I don't know what I'm gonna drink yet. If I should
Yeah.
just drink because I was nauseous before.
Oh.
So that's why I've been sick in home is because I threw up a bunch over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if I should just drink a Gatorade or if I should try a beer.
Well, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Cause, how close is the trash can to you?
The bathroom's out the hallway to the left.
Can you make it
That's,
down though?
yeah, usually I can tell when I'm gonna throw up before I throw up. Like I haven't had like a throw up like accident since I was a kid. Like
Yeah.
now, whenever I have to puke, I'm like, I'm gonna throw up. It's gonna happen now, and
Jesus.
then I'll like pull over on the side of the road or get out of bed, go to the bathroom. Like I don't need like a throw up bowl anymore.
That's good. I just trying to throw up. Like I hold it. I'm like
Yeah,
Tyler's the same
I
way.
if I feel like I'm gonna throw up, I'm gonna feel that way until I throw up. That's what I know. So it doesn't go away.
Same. Oh,
So
right. No.
I have to just like, all right, time to go throw up now.
Yeah, yeah, that's always fun. Starting. Hello, everybody. Welcome
Hi.
to an episode in the 40s of Beers Per Minute. I'm Mick Pettit. With me, as always, Devin Lopez and Calvin Mile.
Yo, yo.
Hi.
How is everybody this week?
Pretty good.
Okay.
Okay.
Didn't have to work today, but that's because I'm sick.
I was just gonna say they just gave you the day off. Just said, you know
Yeah,
what, you deserve it.
just sometimes they're nice like that.
That's
No, I
always
texted
good.
them yesterday. I was like, hey, I threw up a bunch. Should I still come to work? They're like, no, probably
Yes,
not.
you should. We actually need you.
No, my company's really good about giving you time off if you need it. It's like I hear stories about other people's jobs like demand them to come in when they're sick and stuff. Like my cousin, she's got the same thing as me, and she texted her boss being like, "Hey, like I threw up this morning. Do you want me to come in and teach children?" And they're like, "Oh, well, you're going to need a doctor's note if you don't come in."
I
It's
think
like,
that's the stupidest thing. I mean, I can understand for certain things, yes. Like if someone who calls in all the time of like, come on, you're
yeah.
not
Well,
sick. You need
I
to pull.
think
You're pulling
I
something.
feel like it's like a week. Like if you're out for a week or something, and you're not providing updates, you're not being cooperative, you're not talking to your boss, then yeah, sure, prove that you're sick. But like you threw up, you take a picture of the vomit and send that to your boss. Be like, hey, look, I promise you, like this came out of my body. Like, why do you have to
Pose
prove?
next to it.
Like 2 days afterwards. Yeah.
I mean, why don't you just write your own doctor's note? I mean, what is a doctor's
Honestly,
note? Do they have a specific work form that they give to
that's the
people?
thing is I told
No,
her
it's a
I
piece of
told her
paper.
you could probably get one online easily. There's probably even like a medical service for that, like a doctor that will just like write doctor's notes for you virtually. I'm sure that's already a thing.
$25-$30.
Probably cheaper than that even. I mean, it's like he probably has like a copy paste thing he just puts in your name and emails it to you. Like I don't
Virtual.
Is that the
sign.
same doctor that writes prescriptions for people of narcotics?
probably.
Or okay, cool. I just want to make sure it's the same guy.
I don't know if I do the narcotics. He might be the other guy. He'll get you the other
got
prescription.
I mean, I know it's really easy to
Got
get Viagra online, like super easy.
Yeah. I mean,
it's an epidemic, man.
Blue Chews, man. Just go put in the code somewhere and get some Blue Chews. Have some fun with that, guys.
We're not sponsored by them yet.
No, I want to be though. We should be.
We really
need
should
to be sponsored by Blue Chews. I think so. We should reach out to like all of the male enhancement and like ED things, because guys.
Roman hymns. I mean, there's a lot that we could go for.
I mean, it's a problem. It's a problem.
It's an epidemic.
I don't
That's
want
what
to be
I've been saying
sponsored
for
by
years.
that.
What?
Calvin's talked to me about it a lot. That's something that he deals with a lot, and we need to bring more awareness to it. I don't feel like we talk about that enough.
That's not been a thing that I've said.
It happens,
So what are we drinking tonight, boys?
We all deal with it. What you?
I have some Bullet whiskey,
Bullet bourbon.
bourbon. I don't. Is it pronounced
Yeah.
Bullet?
Bullet bourbon. Yeah.
Because it's spelled weird.
Bourbon.
Is it spelled belay? How do you spell it?
Isn't it spelled Bulliet?
It's bullet.
Is
Yeah.
it Bullet? That's how you pronounce it. Is Bullet.
Bullet.
Oh yeah, there's an
That's what
I
I'm
after the
saying.
E. I didn't even
Yeah.
know that. I was I saw bullet on it.
You skipped over
My
the I.
brain did not even
That's
see
like-
the I.
Did you guys see that thing about if the first letter is capitalized, it's easier to read? Like the first and second letter possibly in succession.
Well,
makes for ADHD people to read it so
Yeah,
easily.
you-
And I tried it. I'm like, oh man, this sucks. Why isn't every book like this? I'd read
Oh,
so much more.
if the first
You
letter
just
is
speed read
capitalized.
with it.
Oh, is
Yeah.
that why people do that? I've seen people type it pisses me off.
It's because it's
'Cause I don't
way
like
easier
it.
to read.
Interesting.
Because it brings your awareness to the letter. Because we're reading so fast that our brains aren't working right.
I never knew that. I've seen people do it before, and it always made me angry. But now I know why.
Awesome. So I went and I got myself something new besides this sweet hat. I went down to North
Don't
Jetty
bring attention
today.
to it.
It better be mead.
Down in it's not mead. It's not mead actually. It's not mead. But it
Why are you
does
wearing a Viking helmet?
because it's got a
Disappointing.
pirate on it.
Pirates and Vikings are not the same thing.
They both have ships though. You can't tell me
Stop
that there
it.
was not
So
a
do
pirate.
aliens,
Yeah.
but
A
like
pirate
they're not all
did
the
not-
same.
Grab one of these and was sailing around with all of his shipmates being like, look at this idiot. What's he doing with this
No.
stupid piece of Viking garbage? He's going to die.
First of all, nobody wore that. Vikings didn't even wear those.
Right. That's why the one idiot on the boat. That's what I'm
Our
talking
resident white person Viking expert.
about.
Yeah.
So this is
Calvin.
Bone Shaker IPA. India Pale
Bone
Ale.
Shaker.
7.9%. It's one of their new ones. Oh, it is delicious. And
Cool.
I figured I might as well, do them a solid and use their pint glass as well.
Do them a solid.
Wow.
Kind of. Ooh, this thing is tippity topped too. Wait, hold on.
I was debating whether or not to drink a beer or just Gatorade, because I was sick. But I found this Firestone Nitro Milk Stout.
So you figured that was a good in between the Gatorade and
Yeah.
a beer?
Yeah, I found it in my back of my fridge. So
Nice.
Nice.
I'm gonna drink this.
I should have looked at my glass before I poured. There was a bug.
Oh, that was crisp. That was a nice one. Attaboy.
Yeah. Ooh, it smells good. It almost smells kind of chocolatey.
Which brewing company is it again?
Firestone.
Ah, that one's the
Firestone Walker Brewing Company.
that
Beer
one's
before
delicious.
glory. That's what it says on top.
I used to love their. I think it was a double IPA that they did. And it was really good. And then one night I had one too many. Didn't bar for nothing, but it just changed it. And I was like, oh, I love this beer. And
I'm
I
supposed
got
to
it.
pour this into a glass.
Because it's
I didn't even
nitro.
think about it. Be right back.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. I gotta let my head settle on here too. So I hadn't been down to the North Jetty in a while, and they got a couple new ones. This is a nice one because it just sneaks under at that 8%, and it doesn't taste like it's 8%.
Yeah.
Nice.
Where's North Jetty from?
Long Beach, Washington.
Long Beach,
Up here in
Washington.
this Pacific Northwest. Ooh, I don't have a napkin though. I have no napkin. All right. So, what you been up to? What you been doing?
What have I been doing?
Yeah, we haven't talked in a while. We already know that he spent the weekend puking.
What did I spend the weekend doing?
That looks
Nice.
good.
That was delicious.
Checked out a new arcade in town. That was pretty fun.
Ooh.
Played a lot of the pod racing game. A lot. Because it was my
Oh, they have a
favorite
pod
game.
racing game?
Yes.
You guys have a new arcade.
Yes, we do.
I want.
Legends Arcade.
Is it one of those ones where you can have beer and stuff while you play your games?
They have a
Yup.
bar.
And they have cup holders on every machine.
Guess what we're doing the
Um,
next episode from? Well, in the future.
Devin was actually just talking to me. He wants to rent out the entire building for an event.
It's not terribly expensive, honestly. 30 people, we can rent it out, and we're gonna make it
Oh,
happen.
oh yeah, we easily.
Yeah, it's like, what was it, $20
That's the
a
next-
person?
$20 a
And you
person,
get-
so it comes to like 600 if I get 30 people.
And you get 12 tokens.
$12 a token.
$12. Oh, so
which
how
I
many
think is
tokens
like,
per game? Or
it's between 2 to 4 per game.
okay.
And I think you get like 30 tokens.
And for the $12, you get 30.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got 40 and we spent $15, so I'm assuming it's somewhere in the 30 range.
Cool. And I did see that if you pay an extra $8 a person, you get pizza and alcohol with your tokens.
Yeah, which I think is dumb because of the timing that you have to do it. You have to rent it out in like the morning, basically.
Oh.
So it's like, it would be like a Sunday morning, so it would just be like, I'll drink, but I'm not gonna eat pizza.
I would eat pizza on Sunday morning.
Obscene.
I mean, yeah, but still.
I would do it, but I don't think you could find 30 other people that would also do it. That's the thing.
I know 2.
Yeah.
Asher and Chris.
That will drink beer and eat pizza at Sunday morning?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Asher and I have done that before.
That has to be the criteria of people to invite. Is all right. You have to be okay with eating pizza and drinking beer at 10 a.m. on a Sunday.
9 a.m.
Oh, yes.
Because it's between 9 and 12.
Yeah. That has to be requirement.
Wake and bake, baby. Just really get at it.
Oh, this is delicious.
I did have a Weiss beer mimosa sour there in the morning, and it wasn't in the morning. It was noon, but it was a very nice little brunch beer.
I don't think I've actually ever had a beer mosa.
I haven't.
It wasn't a beer mosa. It was a mimosa sour.
Oh, I thought
so
that.
No, it wasn't. No.
Oh,
it was Weiss beer.
Oh, so that okay? Weiss,
brewery.
Right. So that's where I thought you meant a beer mosa. Yeah. Okay.
So what kind of games do they got?
But I still never had a beer mosa. Have you guys?
I've had a beer mosa.
Good. Decent.
Wait.
I mean, that's
beer mosa is just beer and orange juice, right? Yeah, I have those all the time.
Okay.
I was thinking it was like beer and champagne.
No. What? That is the most disgusting combination.
That's why I was like, no, I haven't had one of those.
Is that going to be the
beer and champagne?
Is that going to be the BPM mosa? The BP mosa?
That sounds like more of a beer mosa to me. I don't know.
You're gonna do that at some
No, I
point,
think we've talked.
Combine.
I think we've talked
champagne
about
and beer.
That's how I drink IPAs. Is I put orange juice in them.
I mean, that makes sense because it,
it cuts the bitter.
Oh, so okay, I guess it'd be different because you'd have to. It depend on the beer to make it a beer mosa, though. I would think. Because
it has to be a specific beer.
I think so.
Cheap.
Would it be cheap?
I don't. You would
You'd
not
want something like
we've already talked about this
and like bubbly and.
I don't know. If somebody hands me an IPA, it's free for me.
Well, right. Because I'm just thinking because I had one of the ones at Wild Man had and mixed orange juice with it, and it was really good. Like that was one of the things we put with it, and but I wouldn't consider that a beer mosa.
I don't know.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know.
I feel like it would probably be a beer mosa regardless. Just beer and OJ, right?
OJ.
It doesn't really matter what it is.
Go and order that.
The Brass Monkey is malt and OJ, so it's just like a more palatable beer. Brass Monkey.
Brass Monkey.
I think it seems like the main.
Funky monkey.
This says just use your favorite
Brass
beer.
Monkey, donkey.
The internet does.
Monkey.
But that the main difference is the ratios. So like this person says they like to do like a 2/3 beer, 1/3 OJ. But then there's some people that like to just use a whole 12-ounce can of beer with just a splash of OJ at the top.
Yeah, people do the same thing with champagne though. That's not really a new thing.
That's true.
That is very true.
Yeah, I think I like to do like the 2/3 and then 1/3 probably for a champagne. I like orangey mimosas.
You
like those girly mimosas.
Well, he does like them sweet drinks.
I like champagne by itself too, though. So
you're a sweet boy with at least 3 eyes.
A sweet boy with 3 eyes. Sweet boy.
So they had the pod racing game, which was real chill, and then they, Sorry, my friend just started up World of Warcraft, and I'm making fun of him for starting it up. So they had the pod racing game, which is my favorite. And then they had a ton of like fighter games, which I've never seen like that much variety of fighter games. Like they had Tekken, Street Fighter, and Mortal Kombat,
Nice.
which you never see all three of
That
them.
would be fun to go and play fighting games against each other because I suck at technical fighting games. So it wouldn't just be
Capcom?
dominated by me the whole time.
They did not have Marvel vs. Capcom.
Really? Oh.
I forgot about that. I forgot that they did have an arcade one of that.
And
Yeah,
any
they did not have that one.
any like fighters that are like the buddy system like that?
Streets of Rage.
Streets of Rage.
Or
is that considered a fighter?
The sword, Soul Calibur.
Yes, they did have Soul Calibur.
Cool.
Forgot about
Ivy's
that
my
one.
favorite. Got that freaking whip.
I've never played Soul Calibur,
dude.
honestly.
She's got a sword that's a whip.
I've never really played a ton of fighter games.
That was
Streets
one of
of
the
Rage
ones.
is a
I've mainly played.
it's
Mortal
a side-scrolling
Kombat.
beat 'em up. I guess it's sort of fighting and sort of not.
I didn't think it was a fighter. It's more like the TMNT and
Yeah,
Double Dragon.
X-Men game.
Did they have that? Did they have the
Dragon,
X-Men?
Is that another one? I didn't. They had the X-Men and they had TMNT.
Awesome.
And the Simpsons one.
Oh, nice. Dude, we got to go there and we have to beat it.
And then they also had Gauntlet, right? Is that the game that
Uh-huh.
we've talked about before? Gauntlet? They had that one, which I really wanted to play that.
Green Gesture needs food badly.
Honestly, we played, the majority of the time, we played Minecraft Dungeons Arcade. It was that and pod racing. So.
I mean, worth it. So worth it.
The Minecraft Dungeons Arcade is actually pretty fun. Like, it's a nice, big, like, crisp, bright screen that you're playing on. It's not
That's
bad.
really nice.
And the card thing is kind of interesting.
They have any good
But
any good shooters like Time Crisis or the
you know what? They didn't have any shooters.
Really?
That was the one thing they did not have, is
Interesting.
shooters. Yeah. I thought that was interesting also. It's very much so more geared old school
Yeah.
than it is like the shooters.
Yeah, I saw on the
There'd be,
website.
like, one House of Dead or something. You know,
The
just for
website
that.
has like a lot of pinball games and stuff too. Like very much.
There wasn't a ton of pinball. I think there was like 5, I think.
Okay.
But maybe that is a
Well,
ton.
the
We have a
website
pinball
said it had
museum
like
there,
a
too.
whole room dedicated to like pinball and pool and air hockey.
Oh, yes. There is a separate like gaming, like board game room that you can rent out, which I also want to do that because it sounds really cool.
Yeah.
Because your drinks count towards the cost of the room. So as long as people order enough drinks and food, the room's free.
Oh, well, that's where we're doing our D&D. That's where it has to be. Because everybody's gonna be ordering drinks while we're doing that.
Right.
That's awesome.
What,
No, it was a real cool spot.
what's the-
Legends Arcade in Olympia?
Alrighty.
If you guys ever want to check it out,
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was gonna ask what the name of it was.
there. I know. Yep.
Yeah, you did.
Put the plug out there.
You just reached down my throat and just like
They have a nice selection of beer.
Really?
Like it's really good selection of like local
Anything
like
from Wildman?
PNW. I didn't look at Wildman. I just saw Vice and then it was over for me because there's not very many places that have Vice. So
I don't know if I've had anything from Vice actually.
I want us to take a trip down to Vice because they have some of the most memorable beer names.
They're
ever.
the ones that had the winter ones that you missed, right?
I don't know.
You named them off and they sounded like really good, but they were like
Did I?
their selection of like they had like a Star Wars themed thing or something like that. It was a themed. I mean, it was a like 10,
I don't
10
remember
15, 20 episodes ago, so it's back there a ways. Maybe Felix.
Well, they have the-
no. You probably know.
Is
They have the
Felix-
Breakfast
is
Club
Felix
Mimosa
our
Sour.
archiver?
Okay.
Yeah, he is. The archivist. The Unusual Suspects IPA, and then there was one that they just came out with that was a malt liquor,
Ooh, that's how it should
and I
be.
really want to remember the name of it. Oh, what was it?
Multi Boys.
It had something with Post Malone inside of it. And that's
Post
it
Malone.
was. I've never seen a brewery come out with a malt liquor before, but it was so
Post
great.
Malt Loan.
I'll have to find it. I'll find it sometime. Ooh, this not getting any younger California style triple IPA.
Ooh. So I took a shower for the show because I needed to, and I put my random music on. Second
Mhm.
song in the list. Love Frustration. Shout out to old
Nice.
Spud. Great shower song. Started with some hardcore.
Nice.
Hardcore song from the Royals, and then right to Spud. And
Ah,
it was an old Royals song. It was a good one.
you're genre jumping though. Don't genre jump.
No, it was my shower. I just pushed shuffle on my shower mix.
Don't press shuffle. Stick with a playlist.
I liked it. No, my my shower playlist is Sakuda and then Skyrim's Atmosphere. So it's an hour of awesomeness, and I sit there and I let the water hit me and flow over my body, and I just listen to Skyrim.
You take an
sounds.
hour-long shower?
Sometimes.
Why is your shower an hour long?
Well, not an hour. I mean,
your poor skin.
Because the water. Because I live with 2 girls that take showers, and we have they like hot showers, like real hot showers. So.
And so, what does that mean for?
Which means I have little water, so I have to ration my hot water, so it slowly gets hotter and hotter as I go.
You should shower first.
But I can't. I'm a nice guy.
Beat them to it. That'll show.
Nah, I just sit with my arm up.
You take all the hot water first. They'll never do it again.
But if I sit up next to them, like with my arm up or something like that, and then be like, whew. Like, hey, go ahead. I'd let you do it. Go ahead. You shower first.
No, go ahead, please.
I remember when I was a teenager, when you're smelling real ripe. Didn't like winter deodorant, or I forgot to at least this one day. And we had a car full of people. Nice summer, hot summer day. We're driving down the road, and I had my arm out the window, and I had my hand over the driver's seat like that. My friend who was driving, she's kind of looking around. God, what is that? The wind was just blowing straight through my arms. Just.
That's disgusting.
Oh, that was fun.
Just siphoned it right into her nose.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So I lost my keys on Sunday. Oh, Sunday? No, okay. Saturday.
You lost
your keys. I lost my keys on Saturday. After a fun evening on Friday. But I knew they were home. Find them? I did eventually. I looked for them from probably 10:30 till about 6. I looked toward the studio part. I cleaned up my whole bedroom. I searched my car about 8 times. I searched all around my car, anywhere I walked. Got super frustrated, so I decided to stop and play some games. Got a couple dubs in some Warzone, and then I went and still was frustrated. So I went and did my dishes. And when I moved the dishwasher, guess what I found? My keys. I must have either chucked them on it really hard or I dropped them and kicked them, but they were right there. Whole time.
They're under the dishwasher?
Literally on the edge. If I would have stopped in our living room and just looked in the kitchen, I would have seen them. Yeah.
Well, at least you got some dubs.
My favorite part of this story was where he was so frustrated. He was like, I need a mental health break of playing some Warzone. Yep.
He's like, I need to go murder some noobs, take out my frustrations.
And apparently it wasn't that frustrating to him because he was able to play video games.
No, that makes me good.
Brings out the anger.
No, I'm super focused. Do you have my keys? Do you have my keys?
Most of the time when I lose my keys, they're in a very specific place that I put them the day before or, 2 days before on Friday. And so I will have to retrace my steps through the weekend to know where I did end up putting them. And so I will have to actually walk out of my house and walk back through my door so that I can retrace what I ended up doing that day. Because I can remember what I did. Mm-hmm. And then I just follow my footsteps and I find them.
That's what I did.
Every time.
Didn't find them.
You just did it wrong.
I guess so. I guess I did.
There was too much chance on yours because you were chucking things.
I don't think I've ever actually lost my keys.
Oh, all time, dude. All time.
I think you're too OCD to lose your keys.
I think I'm too not ADHD to lose my keys.
No, you're too. You're the dude that looks at your
No
can
OCD.
every time you take a drink out of it, even though you know it's your can and you're the only one in the car. You have to look at it.
Because I'm admiring it.
Is that justification? Is that the step he's at?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never lost my keys, but I have had to find keys a lot because my wife loses them constantly. She's also locked them in our car like 3 times. Somehow.
Oh, freaking did that the other day
I
too.
have done that a
I've
ton.
never understood how that can even happen.
Yeah, did that the other night after work. Had to spend a good 45 minutes with a coat hanger. Thank God they had one at the mill in the closet, reefing it open with another plastic coat hanger. Got it eventually, but yeah, I've had fun with keys this last week.
Nope.
I did that 2 weeks ago at the gym. I locked my keys inside of it, and I parked right in front of the gym, and so like everybody could see me, and I'm like, nope, I'm not actually gonna dig through my door trying to end up opening this with this rod I found in my toolbox. I'm going to call a locksmith, and I will pay $80 to have him come open it for me.
Why don't you just call non-emergency? Call a cop.
Non-emergency.
Yeah,
call a cop to come open it.
They'll come open it for you. They got a Slim Jim and they have wedges and stuff. They'll come and pop it open for you.
They're not gonna do that here, man.
Yeah, I've had them.
Really?
Yeah,
That's a thing?
If
Because
you
I've had to pay a locksmith 3 times.
If you run out of gas too, you can call non-emergency line, and you can say, "Hey, you ran out of gas. You're on the side of the highway. I need somebody out here to get to a gas station," and then they will send an officer out there.
So why do people pay for AAA then?
Because they're scared to call the police?
No, because AAA will tow you. AAA will tow you for like a couple hundred miles. We've had to use that. And if your car breaks down anywhere, like they'll tow you, and you get like 3 or 4 tows a year, and they're countrywide.
Okay.
I mean, cops in Washington are nice, at least in our area.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay, at least in my
Olympia's
area,
a little bit bigger. At least Olympia's a little bit bigger than Raymond, man.
I don't know.
We got a lot of other issues going on.
I feel like
I don't
maybe
feel
the
like
cops are just bored or something, so they'll come open your door for you.
Raymond, they're like, "Hey, you want to go help this guy open his car?"
See, it's funny though. I mean, I could just actually call Arlie. I have his number. I could call Arlie and say,
Arlie.
Hey, Arlie, could you come and help me, please?
Arlie, the single cop in Raymond.
You know, it's really funny too.
This is a Raymond thing.
Arlie Boggs, great officer, shirt tail relative.
I don't know what that means.
Which means I'm related down the line.
You related down the. That's what a shirt tail relative means.
Yeah.
Is that you're like
on shirt tails?
You're a distant relative.
I thought it's not coat tails. Is it definitely shirt tails?
Shirt, coat, whatever.
I don't think a shirt tail is a thing. It's a coat tails.
No,
coats used to
I
have
definitely
tails.
know that there are shirts that have tails.
No. Yeah. Shirts don't have tails.
I think it's coat tail.
Shirts
man.
get tucked into your pants. You don't have shirt tails. If you have shirt tails, you're uncapped.
Yeah, shirt tail.
Coats have tails.
Shirt tail. It's shirt tail.
I'm pretty sure it's coat tail.
Shirt tail.
I don't think shirt tails.
You can shirt tail shut your mouth.
Shirt tail's not a thing at all.
You know what? He might be right about this.
What?
He might be right about this. Yeah. So shirt tail is somebody who is a relative by marriage or is only distantly related, such as a fourth cousin, or is a family friend with honorary status as relative. Whereas a coat tail relative is somebody. Oh no, this isn't a real thing. Actually, never mind.
Interesting.
It's vaguely associated. Oh, as a coattail riding relative.
I don't know what that means. Okay, so
shirt tail relative though.
So shirt tails, that word though is specifically used in that phrase. Like shirt tails, not a thing by itself.
I'm pretty sure shirt tails is a thing. Actually.
Is it? I've never heard that before.
I mean, it's in ye old days.
Ye old days,
they had shirt tails.
I guess. Okay, so this just says that the part of the shirt that reaches below the waist in the back is called a shirt tail, even though you tuck it in and no one sees it.
So
it's just called
it
that.
Is the
we all
it
have
is the furthest
crazy.
away from you though. It's the
Yeah, distantly and indefinitely related.
Yeah, so I'm related, but
or something small and inadequate is also called a shirt tail.
Something small and inadequate.
Small or inadequate, or something that's very young or immature.
Oh well, Calvin, you know something that's a shirt tail.
Small and insecure.
I was just gonna say inadequate, but that's beside the point.
Yeah, I know you.
I get the insecure part.
Hey, Mick,
Yeah?
Calvin seems to think that he's 5'10". That's not right? He's definitely not 2 inches away from 6 foot,
We've
right?
actually measured it.
I'm
I know how tall I
5'10".
am.
You're
I'm
5'10".
5'10".
Okay, well, I'm not sure I buy that one either.
I think Devin's projecting.
I just went and got things done. I'm 5'10".
Devin's just so short that he can't
5'10",
tell how tall people are.
173.
I don't think you guys are actually 5'10".
We're 5'10", dude.
I don't buy that.
Uh,
You both are kind of short.
How do we
kings,
prove
you know
this
what I
to
mean?
you,
I mean, I
Devin,
am a
that we're
short dude
5'10"?
when I
I am
look at
definitely the
somebody who's-
shortest of the kings.
I
but,
think
like,
that
you guys are definitely short kings
Since
too.
you can't see the top of our heads, you actually don't know how tall we are.
I know you're not 5'10".
I am.
That would mean that you are 2 inches away from 6 foot, and you are not.
I am.
You are at least 3 to 4 inches away from 6 foot, my guy.
Dude, I'm
Yes.
5'10". We can measure it.
What wonky tape measure are you using to measure yourself? Mick?
Standard grade.
I don't think it's
I mean,
real. I don't think it's
if
right.
anything,
you need to get a new one.
I'm 5'9 3/4". If anything,
You are a solid 5'9" to 5'8".
no,
Yeah,
you are
Oh,
you are
yeah.
incorrect.
big time.
How much
You
how
give
much
off
money do you want to put on this?
Heavy 5'8"
How much money do you want to put on this, Devin?
No money. I just.
Oh, I think
Because I
owe you
know
$1,
I know
don't
how tall I am.
Did you measure?
Hmm?
Did you measure with your hair? Is that what's going on?
No.
Because the hair does have a little bit of lift for you.
No.
It does. It adds a little 1/4 inch.
No, I've measured many times.
I think I owe you $1, Devin.
I don't buy it.
I think
$1?
so.
Why do you owe Devin $1?
Because the Eagles lost.
Mm.
I
think I owe you $1.
don't remember us. I don't remember even what it was. No.
Because we made our Super Bowl prediction before.
It was for a bit. Okay,
And
it wasn't real.
No, I owe you $1. I owe you $1, man.
I'll take it. Hey,
That
I'll
was
take
our.
it, man.
We made a prediction, and that prediction was wrong, or my prediction was wrong. It was looking promising there for a bit too. I was even like, "Oh, he'll give me $1," and then I forgot about it.
I
when
actually
lost.
didn't watch it, so I really didn't know what was going on. So
yeah, I mean, it was a long time ago, anyways.
you know. Oh my gosh! I just meant to tell you another Vice beer name. It is Shaquille Oatmeal, which is an oatmeal stout.
That's a good one.
That's a
pretty good one.
That's a pretty great one.
Yeah. All right,
Hey,
that was it.
did you guys see that we were had our voices on a different podcast for a good minute or
Did
so? Yeah.
What podcast?
We had our voices on the Wired and Weird podcast.
Oh
Have
wow!
you guys ever heard that one?
I
I've
haven't
heard of them.
Okay, well if you haven't, you can hear it now.
Hey, Steve.
Yo, Jeremiah.
I think we're doing an ad.
Is that what we're doing here?
We're doing an ad. I think for Wired and Weird, our podcast.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it's a fun time. If you guys don't know Wired and Weird, you got to check it out. We do Would You Rathers.
Tell lots of corny dad jokes.
We catch up. I'm gone. I'm busy. I do stand up comedy. We're gone. We
All
talk
the time.
stand up comedy. So I talk about being on the road, doing shows.
Telling lots of stories about just life and what we see, and we also talk a lot of sandos.
We talk sandwiches
So
constantly.
You might get hungry.
If you guys love silly jokes, if you guys love sandwiches and buddies catching up and silliness in general,
check us out.
Check
That's
out-
what we're here for.
check out Wired and Weird.
Yeah.
What the hell else
Why
are you
not?
doing? Yeah. Anyway, we love you.
Love you guys.
We are sponsored by Dubby Energy. Head over to dubby.gg and use the code BPM at checkout to get 10% off. Again, that's BPM at checkout to get 10% off your order. Dubby, wage war on big energy. This beer is delicious. I like having a lower tolerance. It's nice. I'm only a third through this beer, and it's great. Nice.
Nice. I just noticed I have like almost a black eye, I think.
I was kind of looking at
Jennifer
your eye
punch you
too. I was
again?
like, "What'd you do?" Yeah, did you punch yourself or something?
No,
Did you lip off to Jennifer?
I think that's when I was throwing up. I think I might have ruptured a blood vessel in my face.
Oh wow.
Ooh. I knew a lady who coughed real hard. She turned her head to cough, just one big, and she broke like 4 ribs.
Dang.
That's happened before. Yep.
Which makes me really scared sometimes when I cough. I'm like, oh God, no. Ooh, don't break it. Don't break it.
Just make sure
You
that
have to cough real violently to end up breaking.
just
No,
make sure you always
hers was
cough
just-
in like
or
a,
have fragile.
you have
I
to
mean,
cough
okay,
in the
yeah.
right posture is the thing. Make sure you're coughing in the right posture. You don't want to stress your whole body when you're at a weird angle.
When you know you're about to cough, get into your coughing posture.
Coughing
and
position.
prepare yourself for the incoming posture. Calvin, the coughing posture. What is it? What is the proper posture? Is it on your hands and knees, kind of back arched a little bit?
No, it's
Head
mainly
up.
about the
Mouth agape,
it's no.
So you look like a baby bird.
back arched inward, back
No.
arched, hands and knees.
It
Kind of like butt out a little bit, and you have a mouth open. Wow.
I feel like that would actually
is
hurt
that-
a lot if you did that.
You would think that it would help.
No, that
though,
would
right?
hurt.
It would kind of
would
support your lower
not.
back a little bit more,
No.
which is where you really feel the cough.
It's like
No.
you're coughing
where I
like an
feel my
artillery.
No.
See what distance you can get.
The
on
air
that.
really just like
Don't follow any of this advice. This is horrible advice to cough.
Do not hold in your farts,
You
though,
will-
people.
You will injure yourself.
Let those suckers fly, please.
Disagree. Once again,
No,
disagree.
no. Scientifically, medically, when you hold them in, they come up and they come out as burps.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
So-
socially though, hold them in,
No,
please.
no.
No.
Crop,
Fart.
crop dust, dude.
Fart
Crop
everywhere.
100% no.
Fart on
No,
everything
thank you.
and everybody.
Do you know where the best? Do you know where
Nope.
the best place to fart
Wrong
is?
answer.
Devin's house.
Away from other people.
Concert.
That is not the answer
That is
either.
the best.
No.
That is the best place because do you know how many other
You are disgusting,
nasty
both of you.
smells? I ain't gonna. If I'm gonna go see a 3-hour concert, I ain't gonna hold in a fart with all these sweaty teenagers.
Yeah, you are like a
No,
man.
sweaty teenagers around me can deal with my rancid farts that I have if I have.
You need to
something.
stop being around sweaty teenagers.
I
so
like
much.
to
That's the real
I
problem.
like try to make the fart as loud
I
as
like-
possible, like a man.
That is
So
disgusting.
I don't do that. I don't do.
That is absolutely disgusting.
I want
I-
everyone to hear it, and then I can wink at everybody.
I do the Nick Kroll where you just kind of pull the cheeks apart and just kind of do that.
Ugh.
Those are fun unless it's a little
No.
loose, and then you just kind of like. It's like gleeking almost.
Wrong answers. Those are all wrong answers.
Are they wrong? Do you have
Yep,
something we can give a non-wrong answer to? Like a would you rather?
Oh boy, do I.
Hell yeah.
Okay, would you rather we might have done this one.
Should have a checklist.
We really should have a checklist.
Hey, Felix, can you go through and find out which ones we've done, and then give us a checklist?
What
And,
is it?
We could use either Google Docs or Excel. That'd be great.
Just tell me what it is.
It's your mom.
Would you rather always get 10 things unneeded at the store, or always forget one important thing at the store?
I feel like I already do both of those things simultaneously. So
Simultaneously? Oof.
I'd rather always forget something.
And have things you really don't need.
Yeah.
Like things that like you don't actually use that will go to
Yeah,
waste.
10
that
things.
you got.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I would go broke every time I went to the store.
Now-
gonna-
Oh,
now, wait,
sorry. I misunderstood what you said. Got
is it 10
Okay.
things?
I would
you
rather
don't
forget
use,
something.
or is it just you don't need
Okay.
at that time? Like you go in specifically for pork, but you're coming out with like 7 bags of chips and like some reason you grabbed dragon fruit.
Yeah, it's
Exactly,
things that
yeah.
you don't need. Like
It doesn't mean you're
bought
not
a
going to
bunch
use
of
it
snacks or
because.
I
What if
mean,
you just
you're-
grab all this random crap? Well, now I got to do something with it, or else it's
well, yeah, because like
$100.
Well, there has to be a con to it. You know, the con is that you now are eating 7 bags of chips and 3 dragon fruits.
right.
Like,
Yeah, which
that's
sucks.
not. It's not a good
It's
option.
not.
well, yeah,
it's
and
not, but it's
it's
not going to waste,
also
at least.
every time you go to the store. Like if you just go to the store to buy milk and bread, you're gonna come out with milk, bread, and 10 other things.
So I'm
that you
gonna.
don't
I'd rather
need.
forget the milk or bread.
I'm gonna Calvin.
I would
this.
rather forget the milk, and then call my wife and be like, "Hey, what do I need at the store again?" And then get the milk.
I'm gonna Calvin this. I will only exclusively use DoorDash or Instacart.
So you're just gonna invalidate both options.
Instacart. There you go.
Your personal shopper will forget something.
Damn it!
They do that anyways.
Yeah, oh yeah. Ha, it'll cancel it out. They'll remember. No, I'd probably do the forget too, actually.
Yeah.
Actually,
same.
no.
You don't need those 10 extra things, man.
And it's every single time. That's a lot of stuff that's
Yeah,
going to
but
pile up.
you think about
You can only buy 10 bags of chips so many times.
right. So you, but does it? It's random. Yeah, I guess I'd. Yeah.
It's too many things.
right.
Yeah, it's too many things. It is.
If it was like forget one thing or buy
brain.
one extra thing, then maybe I'd do the buy one extra because I could always
Well, anybody would do that. That's
grab one extra thing. But
There has to be a con here.
yeah,
But it'd be like you forget one important thing.
Yeah.
It would be like if you were making like burgers and you forget ground beef.
Mhm.
Like that's what it would end up being.
Mhm.
Is that, you have everything but
so
that
normal.
forgot.
Like when we go to the store normally. All right.
Would you rather? So this one's a little bit. You have to like listen. Would you rather take a pill every day for your nutrients and you feel you feel full and satisfied from it, but you never get to actually eat anything again, like no food, or you can eat whatever you want, but you never feel full.
definitely the pill.
You don't get to eat anything ever
100%
again.
the
You don't
pill.
get to enjoy food, textures, tastes.
Yep.
None of it.
Yep. The pill.
So you don't actually like food.
I do, but being hungry all the time is a torture. That's literally Pirates of the Caribbean, dude. That's all of the pirates that were cursed to never be full.
It's true.
That was a curse. So I'm gonna take a pill to be eternally satiated and never eat food
never
again.
get to experience the joy of food.
I mean, they're both cons, but I'm gonna choose the lesser evil.
I don't think that's a lesser.
I think it's a
evil,
lesser
man.
evil. I think being hungry permanently is a curse. It's horrible.
Yeah, it kind of sucks being hungry.
It doesn't matter if you can eat. That means
ask
that food
anybody in the Pacific Northwest. Like, how is
I don't think it
all
necessarily means you're hungry.
You'll never be full. Food will stop. Food will stop having a meaning if you're never satiated.
No,
is the
well,
thing.
So
You will. Yes, you will.
You'll enjoy the taste of it.
You will learn to loathe food if you're never full.
I don't think so. I think it depends on the thing, because like getting full is like, oh, I am satisfied. So basically, you will never be satisfied. It's not that you won't be always hungry. You just will be satisfied.
That's what I read into it. Yeah.
Because like you had a good steak, you're like, oh, that was great. I'm full. It's enough. Like,
Not full is hungry.
No,
is it though?
Yes. There's no in between.
Because when you eat till you're full, you're actually overeating.
It depends on how quick you're eating.
Satisfied. Nope.
That's how quick you're eating.
Nope. It's you eat till you're satisfied, not till you're full. Because as soon as you're full, and you feel like your stomach.
I don't know.
Is done.
To me, full and satisfied are the same thing.
Nah,
I don't. They're not the same thing as overeating. But
where are we at? Where are we?
I'm gonna go with the pill.
I'm going the other way.
Do the never feel full. Dude. I don't think I can give up the tastes and textures of food at all.
No, dude. I wanted something salty last night, so I made myself some stovetop popcorn because I couldn't find anything else. I'm like, I have this bag of popcorn that I have to actually do something with.
But I won't.
Calvin, you will crave
I won't
flavors.
have any cravings. I'll be satiated. That's what the pill gives me.
No, it doesn't mean that you don't crave a certain
Read it again.
sensation.
Read it again.
You'll feel full, but you will crave sensations.
I don't have cravings.
No, it does not say you won't have cravings.
I don't have cravings already.
You will have like you never. There's never like a specific type of food that you want because you're like,
no.
Oh, this sounds really good right now.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
It's all the same.
If I'm hungry,
it's all generic.
If I'm hungry, I'll think about what I like to eat, and I'll get one of those things. If I'm not hungry, I don't think about food.
Have you ever been like, you just finished a meal, like the greatest meal at a restaurant, like in Seattle or something, real good. You walk outside and you smell like a couple blocks down this like amazing Thai place or Indonesian place, and there's something you've never smelled before, and just, it smells delicious. You've never wanted to be like, oh, even though I'm completely full and stuffed, like I'd still have a bite, I'd still eat it.
When I was in Japan, that happened a lot, actually. Specifically in Japan, I think it's because the food there is better than over here. over here when I'm full, food makes me not. I don't want food anymore.
Okay, so that
In
feeling
Japan,
then, though.
in
Burn,
Japan,
Jennifer.
there was. I don't know if it was maybe because
Stop making those crappy meals. It makes him want more.
maybe it's because the portions were a little bit smaller or something, or the food was just better for you or something. I always felt like I could go have something else afterwards. But maybe it's just because I was
having
never
that,
all the way
though,
full.
So, no, I don't think so. I think it's because it's that feeling of you want like this, even though you're full completely. This I can still eat that. Like,
I don't think I was
again.
full completely. Is the thing.
You were okay. You were satisfied. You were
Sure.
satisfied. So that's what we're saying.
But it was new. It was new food also.
Okay, but that feeling of satisfied. But then you
Sure.
smell something like that and be like, oh man, oh, it smells delicious. But now
But
you
I don't
sit
live
there
in Japan.
Right, I'm saying but you won't be able to eat food. You won't be able to have these things, so something
I
will
won't
smell
need
delicious.
any food. I'll be full.
Doesn't mean you're not going to enjoy. Your senses aren't going to get overloaded by the smells.
If I'm full, I don't think about food. The
so we
food
got
will
one
smell
pill
good, but
and
we're going the other way.
two never fulls.
Yep.
you guys are crazy.
All right, you want one more?
Yeah, let's do it.
Would you rather always have that annoying song stuck in your head, or always have an itch that you can never reach?
The song.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
We get to choose a song for you, though.
That's fine.
Tub Thumping.
Oh,
Okay.
Come on. That's a good song. Come on.
That's not a song that you want and repeat in your head. Okay, give me a better one than Nick.
I get knocked down,
Yeah,
but I get up again. You ain't never gonna get. I'll just do that and repeat my entire life. I don't care.
Look at this photograph.
Oh no, that one's not repetitive enough. You need something that's repetitive.
I have no issues with songs in my head.
You do the Tiny Tim.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
No, he doesn't. He likes it.
Okay, what don't you like? What's like your least favorite song like that?
I'm not telling you.
No, because that's what it would be. That's what it would have to be. It would be.
No, it was whatever you guys pick.
What's
what's okay? So then, whatever we pick then. So then it would be whatever like is the thing you like. Oh God, why am I thinking of this song? Like that.
I don't have that happen.
Have you ever woke up with a song in your head? And
Yeah.
but it's like, why the hell am I thinking of this song? Why I don't even want to think of this song, and then you find yourself thinking about it later.
I enjoy all the songs I think about.
I think this shows like the spectrum of this podcast as well.
Okay. What if it's the part of Freak on a Leash where he just does the sounds over and over again?
I don't know what that
Come
is.
on.
I don't know
That's
what that
the
is.
best part. That's right before
Calvin.
breakdown.
Calvin, I'm gonna.
I'll do it for you.
Okay, you gonna send it to me?
I can do it.
No. It's how do you send a YouTube video of a specific time?
You go to the time and then you.
Oh, copy video URL at current time.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, here it is. Dropping it in chat.
It's the best part.
Okay.
Listen to this. Oh my gosh, just this part over and over again.
I can already hear it though. Boom.
Yeah, that's like the most famous part of the song already. That's fine. I'm fine with
But
that.
only that though.
You're fine with that.
I'm fine with
only
that.
It doesn't get past. It doesn't get past like to where it starts to like build up either. Just boom.
That's my
Yeah,
that's my
just
favorite
that
part of the
section.
song already. So
Oh my gosh.
That's my karaoke song, guys.
No, it's not. Please stop.
Dude, I can do it, and I do the screams and everything.
Please don't do that at karaoke.
I will do that at karaoke. Stop me.
Nobody wants that at karaoke.
Everybody wants that at karaoke. I also do No One Knows.
By Is that a
Queens of
porn
Stone Age.
song? Queens of Stone Age.
Queens of
okay.
Stone Age. Yep. Really, that's like it wouldn't get annoying though. I know that for me that would get annoying, but
I don't think I could do song.
I would do the song.
we have to ask his cousin.
I would do it.
We have to ask his cousin.
this
Yeah,
just
we
shows
have the family.
there.
this.
Is your cousin
I think
there?
She's here somewhere.
Can she hop on the podcast real quick? Can we call her?
Yeah, do you have her number?
Can you send her the
You
link?
could call her.
Can we just send her the link?
Yeah, send her the link real quick.
Call-
Yeah, pull her in here.
How do we do
pull her
that?
in real fast.
The share button. No.
No. Where's
Please stand by while we.
Can you add somebody mid-recording even?
Yeah.
Mick,
Just,
how do you do this?
You go ahead and.
Oh, we just have to send her the
Yeah,
link.
send the
just send her the
URL.
link.
Steam.
Send the link. Again.
Yeah, hurry.
Please stand
And then
by
you send
while
to
we
her?
are integrating another guest into the podcast.
You don't have to stand by at all. Just keep talking.
Well, no.
What's wrong with you?
Cut here.
We could. How you like Diablo?
What
That
songs?
was super
What
good.
songs do you guys hate?
I hate Tattoo. Actually, I really don't care for Tattoo.
Tattoo?
Mm-hmm. All things she said, running through my head. These two Russian girls.
I've never heard that song.
I'm sure you haven't. It's before your time.
I don't
That's
know.
literally the name of it. Is all things she said.
The Macarena is pretty annoying for me.
Oh.
Hey, Macarena.
Alright.
No, I can do that.
Who let the dogs out? I don't like that song.
That's the thing is what
really?
you described as like waking up in the morning with a song in your head. That already happens to me all the time, and I have no problem with it. I just sing the song all day. It doesn't matter.
Oh, day. Oh, you flicked it in that chat. Oh, cool. I didn't realize I had chat here.
Oh, we have a chat
We
here.
have a chat
Yeah,
here.
Riverside does have a chat.
We do have a chat here.
The Whip and Nene song, don't like that.
Watch me
Friday,
whip.
Rebecca Black,
Watch me
don't like
Nene.
that.
Friday.
Those ones get stuck in my head a ton.
Friday. Fun.
We just showed my daughter Crazy Frog.
Oh,
My wife
God.
did,
Oh, I
actually.
love
I
Crazy
didn't.
Frog.
No.
I hated it so
I love
much.
Crazy Frog.
Oh, you know what?
That's it.
You're actually just kind of an annoying person then, Calvin. That's why you like this.
Crazy Frog was my
You're just
jam.
annoying.
Crazy
That was my
Frog.
jam back in the day.
Crazy Frog.
Bang,
and
bang.
A bag of them. Just a bag of them.
I love it.
Everybody can fill in the blanks of what I said there beforehand.
Hey guys,
Hey, how's it going?
I feel like I'm dying.
Oh, I'm sorry.
How many times have you barfed today?
Today, the last time I threw up was at like 5:30.
Ooh, so pretty recent.
So
Okay.
yeah.
So
No,
you're
but I was seriously up like every hour and a half last night throwing up.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
very cruddy. Glad you're at Calvin's
But-
house.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually ended up staying the night out with a friend down at Chehalis
Oh.
because I was down there and started throwing up, and I was like, I'm not gonna drive home. Can I just stay here?
So what was it we wanted to ask her?
Okay, so you are probably our resident Calvin expert.
Okay.
Yeah,
What
apparently,
is a song?
apparently these guys don't know me at all. Even have like
No,
Devin
we
lived
do,
with
but
me.
just not as intimately as perhaps Maya would. What is
I'm
a
scared
song
now.
that would annoy Calvin? Like, is there a song that would annoy him immensely?
Oh.
Like, there's a song that Calvin
don't
does
know.
not like so supremely that it would annoy him if he heard it every day, like
I don't
forever
know.
in his head.
The first thing that pops into my head is you could probably pick any Taylor Swift song and just play it on repeat. I think that would work.
We didn't think about T Swift. Okay.
God.
T Swizzle.
I just know I listen to Taylor Swift all the time, and after like 4 songs, my boyfriend's like, "Okay, can we change it now?"
Well, I mean, I like Taylor Swift, so there's nothing wrong with that. But does Calvin
Yeah, no.
specifically hate Taylor Swift? Calvin,
I don't
you wanna
know.
speak to that? How do you feel about Taylor Swift?
I think she's annoying as a person.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So it means you don't.
I don't like her
music, then.
character.
What about the "Shake It Off" song? How does
I
that
feel
speak
like that
to you? That's pretty annoying, right?
I feel like most people are annoyed by that song.
The only thing that makes it okay is sing.
The movie.
Sing.
Yeah.
The movie.
Yeah,
I think that makes it worse.
because that's the version that I heard it of. I didn't hear.
I think it's good in that movie. I like that movie. It was a good movie.
"Teardrops on My Guitar" is probably the most annoying. Taylor
You
Swift
think
song,
that
in
one's
my
annoying?
opinion.
No, that one's so
I
good
hate that
though.
song so freaking much. I would rather listen to our song over and over again than ever listen to "Teardrops on My Guitar."
You have more T Swift knowledge than I do.
I'm looking at a list of songs right now. Okay.
Yeah, but
no, he's just he's just
but
calling
you know
them
what
from
the
memory.
song sounds
He loves
like.
T Swizzle.
You know the
all in my
song,
heart.
Devin.
T Swizzle is like #1 on his playlist right now. Actually,
You Belong With Me is pretty annoying. Calvin,
what?
if you had to hear It's a Love, no, that one's too catchy.
I want you to sing for me more, Devin.
It's a good one. No,
How about
it has
just
to be a bad
Veritas?
one.
Is that his name?
Any other avenues that we could try to explore an annoying song, Maya? Do you have any other like insight?
I don't know. I think you could pick a few children's songs and put them on repeat and drive anyone mad.
Yeah, we tried Crazy Frog, but apparently Calvin loves Crazy Frog.
Yeah, no,
so
Crazy Frog's good. Crazy Frog's
Crazy Frog is the
Maya,
best.
You just dropped a tear, Maya. Sorry.
How about this?
I'm
Maybe this will
sorry.
help. Maya,
No,
what
Maya,
songs
it's
annoy
okay.
you?
Thank you.
Maya.
Yeah,
There's
that
not
one.
a lot of
Hit me a little
there's not a lot of songs that annoy me.
There we go.
I don't think.
What songs do you hate?
I mean,
what
song do I
irritates you?
hate?
What drives you just
I don't know.
absolutely crazy?
What song that you say you hate, but inside you actually do really love?
No.
I don't think I've ever come across a song that I actually like genuinely hate, honestly.
Yeah, like there's like songs that I wouldn't listen to, but it playing in my head isn't the same thing as listening to it. Also, like I don't really enjoy a lot of screamo, but the screamo, me thinking of screamo is not going to do anything.
Think of like the most annoying thing in like a screamo or like metal song, like pig squeals for me, like Job for a Cowboy. No, thank you. Like old Job for a Cowboy.
I don't like pig squeals.
Oh, bye, Maya. She had probably.
Thank you for your help.
Hope you're not throwing up hard.
She threw up when you started talking about pig squeals. She left immediately.
How great would it have been if we just heard?
Tell Maya thank you for us.
Thank
please.
you, Maya, very much. Again, come back. But the like, I think that that's something that would get me. Would be that it's the early Job for a Cowboy of just like for no reason.
The thing is, though, that's like an auditory thing as well. I don't think it'd have the same effect if it was just playing in your head.
Kind of does for me though.
Like the way that Devin gets when we talk about throwing up and like the viscosity of the mucus and the chunks and everything. I don't have that same secondhand like feeling when I'm just thinking about something. Thinking about something doesn't do anything for me. It'd have to be actually coming in through one of my senses. So that's why I don't think there's a song that you could put in my head in the morning that would really annoy me.
I don't know.
So I'm still gonna go with that.
Just gonna go with that. All right.
All right. Devin's already trying. He just thought about throwing up, and he gagged.
You talked about chunks, and it really made me like made me feel triggered. I didn't like.
See, I don't have that feeling.
Don't stop.
Oh,
that doesn't happen to me.
Episode 50 is gonna be real great, guys. Because if you know what, we're just gonna wrap it up now. With him gagging there. Episode 50 is going to be a live stream of this show. We're probably all going to be actually no, not probably. We all are going to be in person.
We probably will be.
Well, besides Swa. No, we'll all be in person besides Swa.
We might be.
No, we'll all be in person besides Swa.
At least two of us will. We don't know which two.
Yeah, I mean, probably.
That was unnecessary.
Swa will be here. So I threw myself off. But we're gonna do a live show. For episode 50. So if you have any ideas of like maybe a game we should play or something fun or maybe like a good gross story or something like that, let us know. We'll get some things set up.
How many episodes we have till then?
This will be 44, so we have 6. So
I might have a game I could bring.
I have a game.
So
I don't want your game, Calvin. I already know what it is.
You have no idea what my game is.
Well, we only have we only have an hour for this game. So
okay, it's a game that I just discovered today. So see if you can.
I know what it is.
Oh God. Okay.
What is it?
You want to bet that I don't know? You want to bet that I
know
what
is it, Devin?
1 second.
It's on your phone. It's a phone game.
Do you want to bet that I know what it is?
I don't want to bet any money, but I want you to tell me.
$1. How about $1 deal?
No, you wouldn't bet me about my height.
Okay, I'll bet you about your height, but if you bet me about this, deal?
So winner of
$1.
winner of this gets the $1.
Jeez, flexing on me.
Just tell me what the game is.
What's that one?
No, it wasn't that one.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you lying right now?
No, it was the other game made by that same company.
Okay, that was pretty dang close.
That was close because you follow my Kickstarter activity, don't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do.
No, it was the other game made by that company.
Well,
It's a D&D game actually.
Oh.
Ooh, we'll look
Boring. That's
forward
not
to
very
these
enough.
fun games that are going to be coming up here on episode 50. But we want to give a big, humongous shout out to Dusty Cubby for letting us use the song Croissant off the album. Fair enough. We also want to give a big shout
New
out.
drummer. They just got a new drummer, so they're back doing shows.
Yes, they are.
Dusty Cubby.
What is his name?
I don't remember his name now.
Ah, you cut me off for nothing. All right, well,
I'm sorry.
As he looks up the name of the new drummer for Dusty Cubby, we also would like to thank Dubby for sponsoring us. If you go to dubby.gg and put anything in your cart, get it, and you get this, like, their awesome shaker and stuff free, I think, right now still, right? I think.
Yes, I think so.
And get that while it's up there. It's really cool, like, kind of
all their tins just got re-updated, so they are full in stock with everything right now.
Everything, even
so,
Grenade?
Yeah, definitely go. Even Grenade. Yep, go check them right now.
Yeah, go get it. Go get
Those
Galaxy
will go
Grenade
fast.
for that one has been sold out forever. But get all their stuff. Enter the code BPM at checkout. Get 10% off. Also, go and listen to Wired and Weird. They're two guys that are really funny out of the Pacific Northwest here as well, like us. Jeremiah. I mean, yeah. I mean that works. Jeremiah.
Jeremiah.
It's Jeremiah Hughes and Big Steve. Go check them out. And Spud Davenport. Might as well give him another shout out too, since he popped up on our list and he's a good friend of the podcast.
Drummer for Dusty Cubby is Jarrett LeVar.
Jarrett LeVar, all right. Again, Dusty Cubby, new drummer, new shows coming out real soon. We good?
I had an idea, if you guys don't mind,
Sure.
real quick, for the end of the show.
What's the idea?
I was thinking we could end the show with kind of like a little shower thought to pose to our listeners to kind of think about. Do you like the idea?
Yes.
Okay. My shower thought that I wanted to end the show with is smart TVs won't actually be smart until they increase volume when crunchy food is detected.
That's so true.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Viking horns.
Just keep telling yourself it will be okay. It's still the wicked raining outside. Maybe one day I will move back home to stay. At least that's what I say in my mind.
Beers Per Minute has been presented by Stupid Mythic Forest. New episodes come out on Wednesday at 8 a.m. Don't forget to rate and subscribe so you never miss a thing. Stupid